Warning, this is a what you need to hear video, not a what you want to hear video about how to actually make money online. It starts with this 3 letters that identify a strategy to build a profitable online business. T for traffic, O for offer, P for people. Step back with me for a second. The focus here in this video is to lay out everything at a 30,000 foot level, strategy-wise, with the understanding that there are tactics and techniques within each step, within each layer of the proven top strategy, traffic to an offer, add people to an email list. There aren't going to be any jump cuts in this video. I'm not here trying to hold your attention. If you can't focus for the duration of this video to see what it takes to actually make money online based on the fact that I'm giving you a proven strategy that I use to make money online every day, knowing that there are other strategies out there, but this one works for me and it will work for you if you put in the time and the effort. So we go back and we understand that we have to get traffic. We need to understand that we need an offer. Here, we're going to start as an affiliate marketer because people have already created offers that we can promote to the people that we're going to add to our email list and solve a real problem for. So what does this actually look like? Here is the top strategy. We start with traffic to an offer and we put people onto an email list. You can see here, these are layered. You need traffic, you have to have an offer, and you want to group people together so you can communicate with them. And you do that by putting them on an email list. Still, 2025 and beyond, the best and the most powerful way is to send people a message and have a one-on-one conversation with them in their email inbox. Still the most powerful method. All right. So we have 9 steps inside of the affiliating profitable online business roadmap. 9 steps under each foundational phase or building block to build a profitable online business, traffic to an offer, add people to an email list. Now, why do I say profitable? Why do I say profitable here? Because understand that we're talking about making a profit. That means if it costs you $1 to operate your business, to pay for all the things that you need to operate your business. Yes, you need to pay for things to run a real business. Even to kick this off as a side hustle, you're going to need certain tools, and understand that you have to pay for those tools. Just like if you want to step back and say, okay, if you wanted to take it to the ultimate extreme, which most people don't, tools, tech, and time, you need electricity, you need a computer, you need the internet. Most people have these things, but what if your business could pay for them? If your business pays for them and you make more than those things cost, then you operate at a profit. Okay, that's just a little bit of common sense business acumen to understand what we're talking about here. So we're going to go back and we're going to start here and we're going to say traffic. You need to generate traffic. Now, I tell everyone, and people have paid thousands of dollars to have this conversation with me, and I tell them, forget about offer and forget about people for 6 months to a year. Think about this. 1 video a week here on YouTube is 52 videos. 52 videos. 52 videos, 1 a week. That is a lot of content and a lot of lessons that you need to learn about building consistent content. And don't worry, we're going to walk through all this, but I just want to have this conversation up front just so you understand, right? You need to understand that it's going to require focus. It's going to require commitment to the process, commitment to the strategy, and a long-term effort of putting in the work, showing up. It's no different than if you woke up every morning to put on your uniform to go work at McDonald's. If you don't do that every day, you're going to get fired and you're not going to make any money. To build a profitable online business or to operate a side hustle, to make some extra cash, you got to show up to make the extra cash. I mean, that's just the way it is. You have to bring value to the table. People don't give you money for nothing. It just doesn't work that way. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, let's actually dive into this and understand that this is a roadmap. It starts here right? We pick a topic, we understand tools, tech, and time. We're going to build consistent content. We're going to create a super simple lead magnet. And each one of these steps have different tactics and techniques and some strategy within the strategy. But understand that we're looking at this at a 30,000 foot level, top down, to understand that we then need to think about adding a bonus to our offer as an affiliate. And we're going to dive into all this. Then we need to look at more offers that solve more problems for the people that we add to our email list. We want to automate this, right? Standard automation so we can actually make money when we sleep, passive income, if you will. And we want to get to step 9 because this is where, when we get here, we step back and we say, okay, now I've done everything, right? I've achieved, and that is a terrible star. I've achieved everything. I got a gold star. I built all the foundational building blocks. I know exactly what I need to do. Now I need to profit and scale this. And all that means is wipe off the board, come back down to step 1, evaluate your first step of topic. And we're going to get into all this, but understand that it doesn't change. Traffic to an offer, people onto your email list. You wake up every morning and you do this. You go to bed every night thinking about this. My traffic source, my offer and or offers that are congruent with my traffic or the content that I create. And I recommend starting here on YouTube and then communicating with the people about those offers, because those offers solve a problem for the people that have watched my content. Because we're starting and we're thinking here, and the focus is how to. Just think about anytime you've had a question about how to. And yes, in this day and age, people are like, oh, AI can solve every problem for me. Why would anybody create content? Why would anybody make content about how to solve simple problems? People can just go to AI. You're watching this video. You can go to AI and ask AI how to make money online. It's going to give you 1,000 different ways based upon all the resources it has. But it does not have what you are seeing here. It does not have my proven top strategy based on an actual experiment that I ran where I created a YouTube channel, focused on a very specific topic, did all of these steps, build it up into a profitable online business, meaning that the one channel that I created about one topic literally paid for everything to operate that business into a profit. And then I was able to scale that. Now, instead of scaling it, what I did is I sold it, because at that point I had a piece of digital real estate and I was able to sell it because someone could just take that over and just continue the momentum, or just continue to ride the momentum that I built and just come back. And all they had to do is come back to this 9-step roadmap and continue to drive traffic to an offer and keep putting people on an email list, because people don't care about the channel because it's not my name, right? They don't show up to see me. Like, I would love it if you show up here to watch all my videos because of me and my charming personality and my rugged good looks. But the idea and the concept here is you're trying to help people with your information, right? Yes, you do establish a brand and you do establish some rapport, right? And you're going to enjoy watching the videos to some extent. But the focus here is building a profitable online business with this roadmap. And now we're going to dive into this, right? We are actually going to start here at the foundational building block, the pillar, traffic. First thing we're going to do is pick a topic. And I'm going to dive into, and I'm going to show you the slides. Again, people have paid me thousands of dollars in groups and one-on-one sessions to do this, to walk through this for them individually. Now, if you'd like to do that and work with me one-on-one, you can get access to me. There's a link in the description that walks through all this process, right? I give you more detail, greater detail, more focused detail specifically about how I can help you one-on-one, or in a group setting when I provide that type of training or those types of workshops. But understand, all we're doing here is we're focused on traffic step 1. Now, again, we come here and we're saying, okay, we need to pick a topic. I have a little 1-page topic cheat sheet here. It's broken down into 3 steps. Step 1, list 3 ideas for your topic. And yes, you can use AI to do this. Think about all 3 and decide which one you could talk about for the next 5 years. And I'm being serious about that. Like, look at this. I started this channel in 2017. I didn't actually get serious about it and start creating content weekly, daily, right? As many videos as I could, and really focused in and honed in on the fact that I needed to solidify the topic, which the topic of this is to simplify marketing and show people how to get started and make money online with affiliate marketing as the main starting point. That's my topic. Okay. We're not talking about niches here. Now, we are going to cover that, but I want you to focus on picking a topic, because in step 3, you need to pick one topic idea from the list of 3, and then move on to step 2. So remember what we're doing here. Let's go back, right? We are down here talking about traffic. All we're trying to do is pick a topic. And I told you there are multiple steps inside a topic, and there's multiple tactics and techniques and strategy within strategy of just identifying a topic. So we'll go back and we'll look at this, right? We have these 3 steps because we want to avoid, some of these common struggles. So picking a topic starts with understanding that at the top level of a topic is a market. It's a broad category, right? And inside of a market live niches, because within a market there are specific segments or niches, and niches are groups of people or problems that people have. So you can group people together because they have a similar problem, and that's your niche. The topic is more specific, and they're the subjects that you'll create content around. For example, your topic will be how to solve problem X. So then you walk through this and you say there's 3 big markets, because we talked about markets, niches, and topic, and we want to get to the point where we're just like how to solve a problem. And think about that content that we need to create, 50 videos. You could pick one how-to question, and AI could do this for you. And that's part of what I do now inside of affiliating, showing people how to do this. And it's part of the stuff that you see here on the channel with my Prompt PsyOps brand, a philosophy and a focus around using AI to solve tasks or to help you accomplish tasks, like picking a topic. But here our focus is understanding at a high level that there's 3 big markets. And I remember this by a phrase that I heard a long time ago when I first got started, and it was about these 3 markets: health, wealth, and relationships. Get paid, get laid, and live forever. Get paid, wealth. Get laid, relationships. Get laid, or live forever. Get paid, get laid, live forever. Health, right? Just a little funny way to remember that. Maybe a little crude, but definitely funny, right? So the big 3 markets: health, wealth, and relationships. Then we dive into the health market. The health market encompasses product, services, and information related to physical, mental, and emotional well-being. There are some examples here: physical health, mental health, medical health. Okay. Then we dive into the wealth market. Same thing: examples, investment, banking, financial loss. At any point, you can just pause this and read this slide, right? I'm not going to overwhelm you by reading the slides. Relationship markets, and you can also ask AI. And you can see tons of videos here where I break these down into smaller examples. Relationship market, something that people don't really think about is a market or a niche inside of the relationship market is pets. Pets are about a relationship. Pets for many are considered part of the family. The bond between humans and their pets is profound. This gets a little deeper into the sort of psychological or the psychographic angles and ideas and thoughts of a group of people, and the fact that there are people out there that have relationship with animals, and they see this and they take it very seriously. So you can talk to them, that group of people. They have a little different problem. They group together around that idea that pets are part of their family. Just something for you to think about. It's strategy. It is the tactics and techniques of understanding what a market is. Next up is an example. Market, health, niche, yoga for mental well-being. Topic, remember we talked about market, niche. Market is health niche, or market is health. The niche is yoga for mental well-being, a group of people that are interested in doing yoga for mental well-being. The topic that you're going to pick is breathing techniques and yoga for stress relief. Content ideas for the topic. These are just content ideas for the topic. So you go back and you say, okay, I picked my topic, which is breathing techniques in yoga for stress relief. Now I need to drill down and start thinking about the different types of content that I can create. 5 breathing techniques in yoga to instantly calm your mind, how deep breathing in yoga can reduce anxiety, a step-by-step guide. And these are all still a little higher level. You can always go deeper. The science behind yoga, breathing, and its impact on mental health, and pranayama for beginners, a guide to yoga, breathing for stress relief. And understand that inside of each one of these topics, like this is a very specific type of yoga, you could drill down a little bit deeper. And AI can do that for you. AI is the elephant in the room. And we sort of start knowing and understanding that AI exists and how to use it. It's not really one of the core tools, but it is a tool and technology that we need to understand. But because I don't want to, in this video, dive into and get overwhelmed by all the stuff that goes on with AI, just know that you can use it. And we'll take a look at it in a second. But the concept here is using ChatGPT or Google Gemini. There's a bunch out since I made this slide, right? And that's part of the problem of putting a technology like AI into the training and just sort of letting it stand alone and letting it be the elephant in the room, and understand that we just sort of have to roll with the punches of technology, and AI being one of those huge technology or sources of technology that can assist us. Use ChatGPT and let it assist you. Give me 3 other topics in the niche of yoga for mental well-being that aren't breathing techniques, because you might not want to talk about that topic. So then you can just keep, like I said, narrowing this down and filtering it out. And then that leads into what I call the LDT model. And you've heard about that here on the channel. If not, just Google it or search it here on YouTube. The LDT model. You learn something, you do something, and then you teach that something. Learn can be something from scratch that you want to learn, or learn can be something, for example, I spent 30 years in IT. If I wanted to teach people IT, I would need to always stay up on the latest, greatest tech, and then teach core foundations, and then always be learning, always be doing, to make sure that you're teaching stuff that actually solves a problem, meaning you stay relevant. That's part of this business. That's why at the beginning I said, think about this for 5 years, what you're going to look like in the beginning, and then 5 years later. But remember, don't forget your audience and don't leave them behind. Your audience could grow with you and you could take them with you, or you could just stay and always keep talking to the beginner. That's sort of something that you have to figure out. You might find some middle ground there. But the LDT model is the basis and the core for creating content and communicating that content in a way that helps solve a problem. And for us, solving that problem in a way where we earn commissions or make money online. Okay. So that is literally topic, and we already checked it off. Step 2 is to understand tools, tech, and time. And again, we talked about the elephant in the room, which is AI. And AI sort of stands outside of this, sort of at the beginning, right? Just knowing that that technology exists. And then as we develop each step, or we get into each step and develop our routine for how much AI we want to use, understand when I built this, AI, the way that we have it today, didn't exist. So I did this without AI and then interjected AI as AI came onto the scene, specifically ChatGPT, that sort of opened this up to everyone to just talk to the machine like a human, right? Not having to know how to talk to a machine and try to talk like a machine to get human output. Now we just talk to the machine like a human, and the machine gives us human output. Again, these are tools, tech, and time. When I talk about tools, I talk about the things that you need. A microphone, my iMac, the camera that I'm using to record this video. These are things that you're going to have to understand, that you're going to have to learn, that you're going to have to become an expert, sort of. Is the lighting good? Is the lighting bad? Like, I really don't really worry about that too much. And you'll see a lot of people that do and a lot of people that don't, depending on their topic, their niche, and who they're talking to here on YouTube. Like, if they're all about being a good YouTuber, they're going to talk to you about lighting and cameras and angles and like all this stuff. My lighting goes in and out depending on the window that's shining in my face right now. Like, the sun is shining right now. So as the sun moves and the cloud cover changes, like, the lighting will change in this video. But understand that's part of the technology to understand. That's the time that you're going to have to figure out how to get that right and develop that. And if it takes away, like if you're doing videos about photography and video, then you need to be an expert in that, right? I'm an expert in marketing, right? Talking about how to do all the things and focus on all the things that simplify marketing, which is creating content as a marketer for the specific reason of helping people get to a solution, which means buying a product from me based on my recommendation, meaning I earn a commission. So we look at this and we say tools, tech, and time, technology, YouTube, the platform of YouTube, learning and having a focus on feeding the algorithm. Feeding the algorithm just leads us to, right, understanding that we need to create consistent content, but we're getting ahead of ourselves because let's go back and look at tools, tech, and time and say, okay, inside of affiliating, step 2, remember, we're still trying to generate traffic. Here in step 2, tools, tech, and time, we're going to need to understand that we're going to need additional tools. When we get to offer, we're going to need certain tools to present that offer. Landing pages, right? Build landing pages, squeeze pages, stuff like that, to then get people on an email list. And an email list is the technology of the autoresponder, the tool that is the autoresponder, and the technology of how the autoresponder works, learning the ins and outs of the autoresponder that we pick. Now, here inside of tools, tech, and time, remember, I'm talking about the tools and the technology that I use. And again, there's a link in the description. It'll take you through. You can sign up and you can learn about the Affiliating Manifesto, which is my philosophy, 30-minute marketing philosophy, the affiliating philosophy, everything that I do, and the focus of creating content and simplifying the marketing aspect of it and the technology and the tools that I use. So we go back and we look at that and we say, okay, right, here we are, step 2, still down here at traffic. And I do have a 1-page tools, tech, and time cheat sheet here because we have some struggles. We're overwhelmed with the fact that we can't find the time. The simple response to that I have for you is everyone has 24 hours in a day. We all got to eat. We all got to sleep. We all got to do things, right? Things outside of building a business. Everyone has to do them. So you got to find the time. That's it, right? It gets no more complicated than that. It's on you. Burdened by expense of required tools. Tools cost money. You can start for free to learn some things, but every tool that I use that is a core, vital part of my business is paid, and it needs to be paid. I need to pay for it because I need that company to operate in a profit so they can stay in business, so they can support me and my business. So just get past that idea of operating your business on free tools or doing this for free. Okay. You can start for free to learn how things work, test things out, but ultimately you're going to have to pay for the tools. You have to pay for the electricity. You have to pay for the internet. You have to pay for your computer. Those things aren't free. So don't expect that tools like an email autoresponder or something like a tool like Lead Creator, which creates the landing pages that connect people to my email autoresponder and puts them on my email list, don't expect them to be free. AI is a free tool until you try to use it every day and you run out of freemium usage. Then you know you need to pay an upgrade because time is valuable and you're wasting your time looking for free tools. Okay. Step 1, set aside just 1 hour each day, right? 1 hour each day and do this. Be realistic about it. The focus here in 30-minute marketing is it's not about faster, it's about focus. If you can't find 30 minutes to focus and then move that to an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours a day, this is my 9 to 5 job. Like I show up every day to do this. Okay. 4-hour work week and passive income. Yes, I make money every day, whether I'm here or not, based on all the work that I've done previously. But still, I have to show up every day and continue to create content, continue to communicate with the people on my list, continue to update my strategies, continue to make sure the things that I'm talking about work. Okay. Understand that technology changes. I have to stay up with that technology. Pick one tool and learn and dump the rest for now, right? If you need to understand how to make a video, stop and pause and say, today I'm going to spend an hour learning how my camera works, how to make my audio good, right? Take a look at the lighting, right? And make sure that I have a decent backdrop and all that, right? Do those things, but don't fret about them. Just say, I'm going to get better at that until I have it good enough. and then spend a little bit more time the next day, right, looking at it and going, okay, what's the next tool that I need to learn more about so I can get more out of that tool? Add another tool and learn as it's needed. Remember, we're just here on step 2. And yes, this is a lot, but we're still just here, right? We're still just learning. Because remember, I said, right? I said just forget about all this stuff. And let me wipe this off the board real quick and let me show you something. To build and actually get the profit inside of this framework, we could literally start right here with traffic, and we could just say, okay, I know I need to generate traffic. I need to pick a topic. We already talked about that. We're going to do that. I need certain tools, tech, and time to get over here to create consistent content. And then a super simple lead magnet to let people know about my offer. Not even add them to an email list yet, because we may be overwhelmed. You may be overwhelmed with the idea and the concept. And a super simple lead magnet at its core is setting you up to have success to build an email list, but you don't need to do it now. You don't need to do it now. You just need to create consistent content, let people know about your offer, and then prepare yourself to start building an email list. Because understand, all good things come with time as you move through this process. So I'll wipe this off the board. And remember, we're starting here with traffic. We're going to let people know about an offer, and we're going to add people to an email list. We picked the topic. We now know about the tools, tech, and time philosophy and the things that we're going to need. We're going to need, right, depending on where we're creating content. I say here on YouTube, get a webcam or use your phone. I like to share my screen. I think this is the best way to get started. Helpful how-to videos where you share your computer screen and you just talk about what it is you're doing and show people how to do things on your computer screen are some of the most effective and things that people can't today still do with AI. To dive in like what we're doing here, you can't tell AI to make this video. You could tell it to, but it's going to be crap, right? It ain't going to be good. It's not going to have the experiences that I have. You're not going to be able to watch this and then ask me questions, and do that, please, in the comments. If something is not explained to the level that you need it explained, ask. I will send you a resource, or I will make you a video, or we'll hop on a one-on-one call and we'll talk through it so you can get started. That's the point. That's why I'm here. Because now we need to move to consistent content, and we need to understand one video a week is where we need to get to. A minimum, need to get to one video a week. I'm not telling you right now that you got to make a video right now and then same time next week have another video ready. I'm saying you're going to work towards that. So now we are moving into step 3, which is consistent content. Okay. So again, we are following the 9-step roadmap. And again, we have a 1-page consistent content cheat sheet, right? Step 1, look at the 5 videos for your keyword. This is around your topic. How to do X. How to solve for X, right? How to solve problem X. Search it on YouTube. And I say YouTube because please just focus and do YouTube. It is the most powerful platform. And what you learn by doing the videos, answering people's questions and solving people's problems here on YouTube, you can take to any other platform and any other medium out there and create content for it. It is the launch pad, right? So look at the top 5 videos for your keyword being your topic, how to X. Create KISS content. Keep it stupid simple. Keep it super simple. Just like this video right here. Don't overcomplicate it. If your topic is about how to make slideshows in Canva, keep it simple. Hey everybody, welcome to today's video. We're going to make a slideshow in Canva that uses element this element. Show them how to use that element. Get in, get out. A 3-minute video, a 5-minute video, an 8-minute video tops to show them how to use one element inside of Canva. You don't think if you picked one element and you just focused on that inside of Canva, you could make a video every day. You can make a couple videos a day. Just a 3 to 8-minute video where you just deep dive into one element and literally just solve everyone's problem. Because people are going to tell you, oh, just ask AI. Yeah, just ask AI until somebody has a real problem and the AI gets it wrong, or Canva just flipped and changed everything in their menu, which they do because they upgrade it just like every software. Think about that. Learn to self-correct in step 3, meaning that when you start creating content, you'll watch it and you'll be like, oh man, I messed up there. Oh man, I could have done this better. You know what? A person in the comment said, that they didn't understand this or they didn't quite see this, or maybe I went too fast, right? Then I'll slow down, learn to self correct. That's all that means. That's the 3 things that you need to understand to create consistent content. It means pick a topic, see what's out there, make better content than what's already out there using the KISS method, stupid, super simple content. And then when you make a video, watch it, take feedback that you get even from trolls, and look at it as constructive criticism and say, I'm going to make my next video 1% better by changing something and getting better at a certain aspect. All right. And that's all you need to do. Okay. Now we get into keyword research again, right? This gets into the technology and understanding the platform and the fact that YouTube is a search engine. It also has a bunch of other algorithms that you need to feed. Again, all these things are important, but the big takeaway here is to be consistent. Keep it simple, create and upload. And number 3, do not quit. Don't quit. Don't quit. 6 months to a year, focused on one topic. Be consistent. Don't quit. That is consistent content. And that, my friend, is traffic in a nutshell, right? This is the thing that you need to do. If I could get you to do these 3 things, if I get you to do these 3 things and just do this and just constantly loop through this until you have everything firing on all cylinders for you to be extremely consistent and have the best content that you could create, then you would be a miles ahead of the game when you get ready to move from traffic to offer. But I know that's not realistic and you're not going to, and you're going to be like, you know what? No, your strategy's dumb, right? I'm going to start posting my affiliate links on Facebook, or I'm going to go spam Reddit or whatever. Good luck with that. Let's go back. We've talked about topic. We've talked about tools, tech, and time. We are now creating consistent content. Remember, you need to be in each one of these every day. It's going to take more time to do this, but it's going to take less time to do each thing because you're going to improve and get better at each thing every day that you show up. Because now what we want to do is when we're creating that consistent content, that is our traffic source. We have it. We now then want to let people know about our offer, the offer that solves a problem. And in this case, an affiliate offer that solves a problem. So whatever your topic is, your affiliate offer that's on your super simple lead magnet just needs to lead them to an offer. Make a promise with a headline. Promise is that you have a problem, I have a solution. Got problem X? Here's solution for problem X. Click here to get solution. Jazz it up a little bit, right? And we'll talk about that and you'll get better at that. But in the beginning, if you have a horse for sale, put up a sign that says horse for sale. That is your super simple lead magnet to get you started. So we go over and we look at that and we say, okay, where are we at? And we say, ready, fire, aim, right? You're ready to fire. You'll come back and you'll aim later. So we're going to say here, the offer, headline from the sales page. Look at the sales page, the offer that you're going to promote, the affiliate offer that someone has already created that solves a problem. Look at their headline, swipe it, put it on your squeeze page, hook. Usually also on the sales page as a subheadline, asterisk ChatGPT. Ask ChatGPT for this. Add your affiliate link. Add a button with your affiliate link. Be congruent. Consistent messaging from your content. Visual consistency. What does a sales page look like? Mirror that up with your super simple squeeze page. Colors, button colors, headlines, right? Don't do anything that makes people sort of get lost from your squeeze page to the sales page. In the beginning, your squeeze page is kind of sort of going to look just like the sales page. And they're just going to, have a congruent message and also visual consistency, and then make sure that everything is relevant to the offer. Don't say, send people from your video about knitting to, buying a sweater and then having someone, going into the t-shirt printing business as an example. It's not congruent, right? You may think that makes sense, but it doesn't. Okay. So this is what we're talking about. How to speak to various AI art generators, 10 detailed lessons with step-by-step instructions. This is a super simple squeeze page with a button. It says order now. We're not trying yet to put people on an email list. I know you want to, but you got other things going on. Remember what we're doing here. We're down here and we're trying to create consistent content. We're trying to make sure that we're keeping up in our topic, and we know that we're planning a video every week. We want to send them to an offer and have a chance to make this thing profitable with our traffic. Okay. So in your super simple lead magnet, you're simply just going to let them know how to speak to various AI art generators. And of course, your topic would need to be about creating art using AI. Lead them to this page, which is a training about how to speak to various AI art generators. And you would see that then this sales page is going to look just like this, right? So I took all this off the sales page and then clicked an order now button, or an order now button is all I did. All right. Because that's all we're trying to do, is trying to be super simple, right? Ready, fire, aim. So that's where we're at right now. Check. Super simple lead magnet lets people know about our offer. This next one, right, is just a step that we take to say, you know what, if I was offering that up to people, I could also let them know that I have a bonus. Again, next level. And we're going to have to understand the tools, the technology, and the time to build out the super simple lead magnet and then let people know about our bonus. But we also have to learn and understand how to build a bonus. And building a bonus as an affiliate marketer is dipping your toe into becoming a content creator or a product creator, and then providing a solution inside of a gap that lives in the product that you're promoting, and then learning how to promote that product and say, hey, here's my bonus that fills a gap in the product. The product's great, but there's just this one little piece that's missing, so you got to learn how to do that. Again, it comes back down here to this little piece that I put down here of time, right? You come down here and you say, okay, that's what Gary's talking about when we're talking about time. Not just learning the tools, but in every phase of the game, to include now that I need to think about, if I want to 10x my money, right? If I want to get people to buy more of the stuff I recommend, if I add this bonus, it's going to increase the real value and the perceived value of the offer. And people are serious, or people know that I'm serious about helping them because I'm going one step further. Okay. So if you take that and you were to look at it and say, okay, if I want to add a bonus, I need to fill the gap. I need to crush the competition by closing that gap and letting people know that I'm providing more value, but also filling the gap with different formats, right? PDFs, checklists, communities, videos, one-on-one phone calls. I get in my car, I drive over to your house, right? I help you set up that lawnmower, right? I bring the gas and the oil with me, and I help you, install the spark plug in that lawnmower because you bought that lawnmower off my recommendation, right? That may be silly and extreme, but think about it to that level, right? And then also brainstorming, and that gets into the concept, right, of actually building a bonus. And this gets into, again, creating your own product. Talk about gap analysis, understanding how to deep dive, understanding features and benefits, and then looking at reviews and the customer feedback and what people are saying, or what people are saying about the product, what they're saying good about it, but also what they're saying bad about it. It's a good product, but there's some bad things, some things that are missing. It doesn't make the product irrelevant or not worth buying, but it makes it worth you adding a bonus. All right. One other quick note on this: the best bonus is you. The best bonus you can offer is you. That's why I use that extreme example. If you have a channel about lawn care and you recommend, some type of lawnmower that's specific to the type of lawn care you're all about, and if you could just like get in your car and show up, right? Think how powerful that would be. But then step back and say, well, that's not reasonable. But what if I was to create a series of videos that showed people exactly how to do this about something that was, missing, or a step that people had complained about that was missing in the course. And it really just sort of didn't invalidate the course that you were recommending or the product that you were recommending. It's just something the manufacturer of that product didn't provide, and you can provide that, and that makes you the best bonus. So now we've thought about that. And again, there's strategy and there's tactics and there's techniques into, creating that bonus, how you're going to deliver it when people order. All that stuff is important, but remember, you're going to spend the time, you're going to figure that out later. Right now, we're just thinking, as the machine is working, you're just thinking about the next step. Step 5 is for me to add a bonus, right? You're doing all of these one at a time by learning them, but you're also doing them in parallel, and you're working on all this stuff at the same time. So thinking of it as, right, it's serial, step 1, step 2, step 3, but also, right, in parallel, right? I'm doing all these things at the same time. I'm learning, I'm doing, I'm teaching. While I'm teaching, I'm still learning. While I'm learning, I'm still doing. While I'm doing and learning, I'm still teaching. And then I'm doing research on more offers, or if you were to get to step 9 up here and you've completed step 9 to profit and scale, you might say more offers, and you might take that bonus and say, you know what, let's just expand on this bonus and make my own product and move away from affiliate marketing altogether. And more offers become your offers, right? And you become a full-blown product creator. And then you start learning more tools, tech, and time to start, setting up your own product and how to sell it, how to do support for it. All next level stuff, right? We're not there yet. So in this case, more offers is looking at your competition. So we come up here and we say more offers, and we go, what's more offers mean? Sell what's selling. Don't reinvent the wheel. Find what's selling in your niche. You're developing content around your topic, but in your niche, there's other people making additional content, right? For example, we talked about the yoga at the beginning. We were talking about like how to, right, do these certain types of yoga techniques for wellness, for breathing. So Google yoga membership affiliate program, or, yoga membership for weight loss, because there might be a good weight loss affiliate program out there, and it ties into the yoga stuff you're teaching, right? For wellness. You know what I mean? So things can, start sort of looking, and you can sort of widen that when you start looking at the problems that you can solve, the solutions that are out there. Then build a list. Create a spreadsheet with your affiliate links and the programs that are out there, right? It doesn't have to be anything too complicated, but there are tons of affiliate networks out there. ClickBank, Digistore24, Udemy, Pay Kickstart, Skillshare. Then there's also individual companies out there that have individual or in-house affiliate programs. Then just build a list. Just build a list, man. Just build an inventory, right? And have all your affiliate links in one place. And then, right, spy on them, sign up, right? Sign up with a specific email just for that topic, just for that niche, and just look at what other people are doing, right? Spy on them. Then your profile, your Google channel, right? Your Google account. When you create your YouTube channel, like 30-minute marketing, I only search for stuff around YouTube and affiliate marketing and how to make money online and how to do marketing, how to write copy. Everything that I do inside of my business to operate my business, I use this channel's profile, this Google account, to search for that. So when I bring up my 30-minute marketing YouTube channel, everything inside of that profile is focused on a person that has intense focus on just what it takes to make money online. You need to do the same thing. All right. So offers and marketing ideas, build a vault, swipe files, angles, and then think about bonuses. And remember, all this works together. So don't think just because you're done here that you're like, oh, I'm good. I created a bonus for my first offer. And this should go without saying, but this super simple lead magnet is your first offer, and your first offer is going to need a bonus. Then your additional offers are also going to need a bonus. Your additional offers are also going to need a new super simple lead magnet that's going to be needed from your consistent content. But slow down. Don't get overwhelmed. Let's just focus on one offer, one super simple lead magnet, one bonus. Just know that you need to get here and do this. Again, you need to understand the concepts at a high level and then come back to it, right? Serial, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know I need to be on the lookout for more offers. I just need to be aware and spend some time every day looking at what's going on out there in my niche around my topic and then take notes. And then I'll circle back around because right now what I need to do is I need to be generating more traffic. I need to keep creating consistent content, driving that traffic to my super simple lead magnet, right? Knowing that I need to create a bonus, knowing that I'm tracking offers, but now I need to start thinking about those people that are interested in my topic and who have seen my offer on my super simple lead magnet. Now I need to think about adding them to my email list, spending the time down here, understanding the tools and technology of my email autoresponder, the tool that is going to take those names and email addresses and then let me automate that and respond to them and let them know that, hey, I'm here for them, so I can start having that one-on-one conversation and lead them to other resources other than just my YouTube channel. And oh yeah, you're going to have to build out other resources too. But we got all that, right? We got that because we know that's coming. We're going to be doing that next when we get to step 9 and we're ready because we have turned a profit with just one offer and just one topic and immense focus. So then we come up over here and we say, okay, where are we at? We are at build your email list. Remember that squeeze page that we talked about, how to speak to various AI art generators? Let's see, where was that? Let me go back and find that real quick. Remember what it looked like in the beginning, our super simple squeeze page? We just had a link or a button with our affiliate link because we weren't ready to start collecting email addresses yet. Because even if we collect the email, we still have to write an email follow-up, at least one, right? Or email them every day. These are all tactics and techniques inside of this step. So we had an order now button. We just had a link with our affiliate link. So we had the potential to earn some money. Now, what does that look like? It looks like this. It has a form with a name and email. So now what we're doing is we are driving traffic from our topic to our consistent content to our super simple lead magnet. People are adding their name and their email, and we're putting them on our email list. This still goes, remember, right? This is going to redirect. And again, you may not know what that means, but you'll learn that over time. This is a sales page, and I'm going to write an S. I'm going to turn it into a $sign. This super simple lead magnet is going to do two things now, right? Now it does two things. It takes the name and the email and puts it on our email autoresponder. Then when they click sign up, the technology is going to redirect them to a sales page. So they're going to see the offer and they're going to have a chance to buy. They're also going to be added to our email list, and we're going to follow up with them because in step 8, we're going to automate that to generate passive income. So this can just happen in the background. Because remember, we've got, in a year, we got 50 videos down here. We got 50 videos. People are watching our content. YouTube's constantly serving that up. People are searching for it and finding our content. And this is happening when we're on vacation, when we're asleep, when we're sick, when we're taking the kids to school, right? When we're doing the dishes. Okay. So now we're at step 8. And again, we're driving traffic to an offer, one topic, one super simple lead magnet. People are going onto our email list. We are sending out a daily email once we get there, right? Now we're going to automate that. And we're going to say, okay, let's check this out and say, okay, automated. And here, right, we're going to use, and this is GetResponse. I don't use GetResponse anymore, but it's the same no matter what email autoresponder you use. I use a product called System.io right now as of the time making this video for many different reasons. And, that's part of understanding in step 2, the tools, the tech, and the time to understand what makes sense for you. The price, the features you don't need. And for me, GetResponse got to the price point where I was paying for a bunch of features that I didn't need. And I was paying for those features because they had tied those features to a set number of subscribers. Whereas I went to System.io and it has just the tools that I need. And it also lets me grow my subscriber base, my email subscriber base, my number of contacts on my list. It lets me grow without having to worry about like e-commerce stuff that I don't use over in GetResponse. And that's a little outside of the scope of what we're doing. But understand that's where we're at, right? We're at understanding that we need to automate all this. Okay. So build brand believers on autopilot. Keep your message consistent, share your story, and lead those people that have found your content around that topic to success. Zig Ziglar said, if you can help people get what they want, you can have everything you want. Just help people solve their problem. Build brand believers. Your stand is your brand, meaning that everything that you say based, right? When you make a recommendation, everything you say based on the fact that you believe in that product, you need to believe in that. And that is your brand. And that will build brand believers. And that's 1,000 true fans. And if you have 1,000 people giving you, $10 a day, $100 a day, think about how much money that is. Just do the math, right? I'm not going to stop here and sort of get into that, but understand you can automate that and you can build brand believers on autopilot while you're asleep, because we're trying to get over here to profit and scale your business, because we need to finish for this one topic, for this one offer, get people on an email list, and then consistently make money from this automated system that we now have following the 9-step roadmap. Step 9 is profit. Think about incremental improvements in every step that we're trying to do, because we want to scale this. We want to scale traffic. We want to scale offer. We want to scale people. So we go back, and what does that mean? Scale traffic. Analyze and measure. Deep dive into your YouTube Studio analytics. Spending the time to understand the technology and the tools. CTR, watch time. These are tactics and techniques and strategies inside of understanding the technology that is YouTube. All of these have the same thing. Scale offer, conversion rate on squeeze page. Did it convert? Did you see it uptick with a bonus? Did a bonus add more value? Alignment with your value proposition. Are you keeping your consistent or message consistent? And are you providing or increasing value throughout the journey, every step of the way? Scaling people. This is looking at, once people land on your squeeze page, now that you have that email sign up box, are you seeing, how many people are you seeing sign up? Are there certain phrases and words and things that you could change on that squeeze page to get more people to sign up? You're going to need to test these things. Look at your open and click rate on your emails. Think about your engagement. If you ask people to reply, are they replying? Right? It's not just about getting them to click. It's about building that relationship. Brand believers. Affiliating at its core. Affiliating at its core is about building relationships. Building relationships with your audience and helping them solve a problem. Later on, building relationships as an affiliate with the vendors, the people that create the products. Later on, when you create your own products, building relationships with those people, maybe to support you as an affiliate, right? Relationships, affiliating, helping people out, helping people solve problems, right? Building a relationship, understanding that the proven top strategy is traffic to an offer, add people to an email list to get to the point where you're profit and scaling by going back and guess what? Revisiting tools, tech, and time, but honestly, revisiting here again at your topic. Have I exhausted this topic? In the past 5 years, have I created every single video about this one how to solve problem X? Right? Am I ready to look at different angles? Am I ready to maybe, advance because I want to take my audience with me? Maybe I don't want to just talk to beginners anymore, but that's okay. Just keep talking to beginners, but maybe you graduate and you feel maybe like your audience has graduated with you and you kind of just want to move on with them. That doesn't mean you stop talking to beginners, but maybe you add a little next level topic or an advanced topic. So, this is for beginners. So you stay on that topic, but then you add a little advanced angle to the topic right here, right? Your next topic is an advanced topic. So you're still speaking to beginners, but you're also speaking to folks that are advanced. And when you're doing that and you're creating that content, you're learning over here, you're spending the time to adjust your content and say, when you're talking to folks, they may be complete beginners. Like you're watching this video, you may be a complete beginner, you may be advanced, you may be a pro, and you're just looking for something that you're missing. You may be my competition, and you may be coming up with your own proven top strategy, your own strategy for building a profitable online business. And you may be like, let's see what Gary had to say today in his video. And maybe I can adjust that in what I'm doing. And maybe it opened up or, fired off, it clicked and the light bulb moment, aha, went off, right? and you adjust your content. That's all part of it, right? It's all part of it. So understand that we go back and we were talking about in the very beginning, we said there are 3 things that we need to know. We need to understand T. We need to understand P. We need to understand O. And I said those completely out of order. The proven top strategy: traffic to an offer, add people to an email list. The proven top strategy. It's all right here in its glory, fully demystified, fully revealed, fully explained. Traffic to an offer, add people to an email list, building blocks, foundations, 9 steps, a simple roadmap to get up here, to profit, to make more money than you spend to operate your business. Hey, link in the description. It has my affiliating manifesto. It's going to dive deeper into the philosophy that I have so you can understand it better and you can really see what I mean and understand that there's a lot to do. But start super simple and just start and understand and know that you have to generate traffic. And if you could do that for 6 months to a year, I promise you, when you finally move up to that next level and you present your offer, you're going to be that much more ahead of the game and things are going to click for you faster and you're going to get to profit quicker. It may seem like you're not going to, but if you spend 6 months to a year perfecting traffic, then you will be ready. And don't think that you're just doing traffic. You're also doing the offer stuff, right? The time. You're just not trying to create squeeze pages. You're not trying to create a bonus at the same time that you're trying to perfect your content. At the same time, trying to understand how an email autoresponder works. One thing at a time. 1% improvement. Use the time that you have to focus on where you need to spend that time to get better at the thing, the piece that you're lacking, right? And that starts with my mantra. It starts with my manifesto, understanding to keep this simple. And I dive more and deeper into the strategy and give you more context for each layer, for each tactic and technique, and each strategy within a strategy, each step. Right? I try to do everything in 3s, right? Traffic to an offer, add people to an email list. Traffic, topic, tools, tech, and time, consistent content. Offer, super simple lead magnet. Bonus, more offers. People, build your email list. Get people from your squeeze page over to your email list. That just means the email is in your email autoresponder. Automate passive income. Start looking at automation and setting up campaigns so people can start getting emails based on the promise that you made on your super simple squeeze page. Boom. It leads to profit and scale, going back to each step. Rinsing and repeating, going through the process, getting better at it. 1% improvement, complete and total focus on the strategy of driving traffic to an offer and adding people to an email list. The building blocks of every profitable online business, no matter what you call them, those are the things that are required. No matter what you call them, those are the things that are required. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you made it to the end. Just say top strategy for the win in the comments so I know you're part of the 1% that are serious, that you're serious. Top strategy for the win. And if you have a question about any of these tactics, techniques, and the strategy within a strategy, ask in the comments. I will make a video here on the channel. I will make you a video here on the channel about your comment to answer your question directly. All right? That's what I want this channel to be about. Okay? Thanks for being here. Check out the next video that's on the screen right now. I think you'll like it, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.